Do not make the mistake of comparing yourself to others, because it is not going to do you any good at all. I can tell the exact reason why you clicked on this video, because once again you're looking for one magic formula or the secret to success, and one simple, one easy step for you to get success and get rich fast, quick wealth. Well, sorry, I'm here to debunk the notion of the secret to success. Me personally, I believe that there are no secret to success. So that's what we're gonna be discussing in this video. Hi guys, my name is Danae and welcome to the Chronicles of Danae, which is just a fancy way of saying Diaries of Danae. But yeah, in this video, like I said earlier, I'm going to be debunking the old notion of the secret to success, because I believe there are no secret to success. And I was like you guys at one point in time until I read this book, How to Plan Your Life, and I'm going to say it how it was said in this book. Instead of saying the secret to success, this book kind of termed it the art of success. Well, success is not some kind of like treasure under the sea that you have to like unlock. And I know we've seen so many illustrations of a key opening a chest and, oh yeah, this is the secret of success. But no, that's not real. Okay, so yeah, in this video I'm gonna be telling you what success is truly about. And I know you guys have heard and seen so many videos or advices, oh, this is success, this is success. But I personally, I believe there are so many misconceptions on what success is about, and I'm just gonna be clearing some of those misconceptions. So let's jump right into the video. Like I said earlier, there are no secret to success, and that's probably your first time hearing this, but there are no secrets to success. Okay, success is doing what you know you should do. Okay, and let me explain this for you so you can understand. And yes, you might be like, oh, is it that simple? Yes, it is that simple. Most of the time we just complicate things for no reason. It is that simple. It doesn't mean it is easy, but it is simple. So what do I mean by this? Success is doing what you know you should do. That means maybe as a result of your experiences, or as a result of advices given to you, or maybe from other people's experiences you have like decided or deduced that, oh, this is the right way of life. Take for example now, texting a guy and begging him to accept you back. And I know that there's this old wave of wokeness on TikTok, and we have incredible creators telling us, oh, this is what we should do, this is what we should not do when it comes to like a man, and then you as a girl, you find yourself in that situation where you have the decision, where you have to make the decision between texting this guy and not texting this guy, and you know fully well that you should not text this guy, but you go ahead and text this guy, and at the end of the day it just leaves you feeling embarrassed and just feeling worse about yourself. That is what I'm talking about. Yes, that's an easier example, but let's start from there. Okay, another example is, if you know you're supposed to acquire certain skills in order to climb the corporate ladder, and you just stay there, you know, just wishing that you get this promotion or some magic happens and your boss just sees you and is like, oh yeah, she's worthy of being promoted, without actually working or doing anything that you know you should do. Nothing is going to happen. Meanwhile, the other people who are aware of the fact that in order for them to receive the favor of their boss, or in order to climb the corporate ladder, they need to possess certain skills in order to get that, they actually go ahead and acquire those skills. So they are doing what they know they should do. Another thing is, success is not doing what you know you should not do. Eating junk foods, for example, it's sweet, it's nice. I mean, everybody wants to spend their not entirely, but everyone wants to spend the most time of that day just eating whatever you want to eat, because you know we are humans and we just like pleasure. Really, it gives us this like dopamine, and we really want to do that. But as a result of, you know, advices or researches from scientists and nutritionists, we know that it is not good to eat too much of junk foods. Not that you should never eat them, not overeat them, and probably when it's like only necessary, right? But most of us, not even some of us, most of us still go ahead and do this act despite the fact that we know that we shouldn't. So that is an example of not doing what you know you should not do. Success is not limited to just one area of your life. It includes every facet of your life, your relationships with other people, be it as a parent, wife, husband, colleague, friend, neighbor, whatever it is. If it's not just being a good worker and being a bad father, let's just use that as an example. And you can't brag and say, oh, I'm successful because my employer likes me. But when you go back home, everyone just like is scared of you and just wish you went back to where you were coming from. You cannot say that you're successful. That is not success. Another example would be if you consider yourself being a good citizen because you like pay your taxes and do what you're supposed to do as a citizen, which is perfect and all right, but you're not a good friend. You're not a good friend. You're a good citizen, but on the other hand, you're a toxic friend. You cannot brag that, oh yes, I'm successful because I'm a good citizen, I pay my taxes, I do this, I abide by the law. No, that is not success. What you're doing is literally just deceiving yourself, and that is what most of us do. Instead of us focusing on every of our relationships with other people, we just focus on one area that we believe we are doing good at, and then we just like run with it. And that's because of, once again, we hate being accountable for our action. If you really do that, you're going to realize that, oh, okay, yes, maybe I am indeed a law-abiding citizen, but I'm not really the best friend to my friend. I can be toxic sometimes, and there's room for improvement. So that is what success is about, and that doesn't make sense to some of you, but that is what it's about. Success is discovering your best talent, abilities, and skills, and applying them to the place where they will make the most contribution to your fellow men and women. Okay, now this is very important because most of us, when we want to become successful, we only think of me. Don't get me wrong, it's very important to love yourself first, because if you do not love yourself, you won't be able to fill the cup of others. I think that has been established. But at the same time too, because no man is an island, no matter who you are, no matter how powerful you think you are, even if you think you're God, you still need other people. Life is about working hand in hand with other people. Okay, even God himself entered into a partnership with us, so you can't say, oh, it's just me. So when you're discovering your talents and abilities, you should ask yourself, how is this going to contribute to my fellow men and women? It doesn't have to be the entire world. It could be your friends, it could be your family. Take for instance, you want to retire your parents, or you want to be able to give your siblings that thing they want the most, and you don't just want your family to struggle any longer. Success. Okay, if you keep saying me, at the end of the day, what is going to happen is that you're going to be left alone and you're going to crumble. So success is not confined to any one area of your personality. Okay, it involves the improvement of your body, your mind, your soul, and your spirit. Okay, you can't just focus on one of these four things and then be like, oh yeah, I think I'm good. For example, let's say you go to the gym consistently and you have become so absorbed in that personality of being a gym rat, but you neglect other areas of yourself, like your mind. What are you consuming? After you come back from the gym, do you go and lay on your bed and just scroll endlessly on TikTok or Instagram? You are not feeding your mind. Okay, you have to feed your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit. That is what success is truly about. It is making the most of your total self. Okay, making the most of the four things I just mentioned: your body, your mind, your soul, and your spirit. You have to feed yourself in all those areas. If you're a spiritual person and you belong to like a religion, what you should do is to be doing what your religion tells you to do in order to like increase your, I guess, spirituality. Yeah, so that is what success is about. Success is harnessing your art to the things you love to do the most. Now let me give you another example. You are an employee in a corporation, and all you do is you work 9 to 5, a 9 to 5 job, and you come back home, you're always stressed, you're always frustrated, and deep down in your heart you know that you do not have passion for this. But maybe as a result of how you were brought up, or as a result of pressure from your parents, or values instilled in you as a child, you believe that you should just aspire to climb up the corporate ladder. But deep down inside, you know that what you really want to do is like art. Okay, or let's say you want to go into the beauty industry, but because of, oh yes, this my parents values, blah blah blah, it's whatever, it's holding me down, you just get stuck in that that was cycle of your like 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. And even if, let's say, you are doing pretty well, you have like a big position in your company, but like I said, when you get back home and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're just like, what am I doing in my life? What exactly am I doing in my life? It is falling in love with your work, meaning that you know that you can spend hours and hours on end on this work, on this career, and you wouldn't get tired. And like they say, what would you do for the rest of your life if money was not a factor? If you're not doing that right now, if you're not using all your energy, all your mental strength, all your abilities, all your skills in that thing which you would do for the rest of your life if money wasn't a factor, then that is not going to lead to success. That is not going to lead to success. You're just going to be burnt out. It's just going to lead to frustration, even regret, and sometimes even resentment, honestly. It demands intense concentration on your chief aim in life. This starts with you knowing yourself. You cannot give an intense concentration on your chief aim if you don't know your chief aim. Let me just say what your chief aim is. Your chief aim is basically your purpose in life. What do you have passion for? What do you feel you were brought to this world to do? Okay, so first it starts with you knowing what your purpose is, and that starts with you knowing yourself. Self-awareness. Study yourself, because like they say, you are the best subject you would ever study. So that is what success is about. What am I supposed to do in life? What was I brought to this world to do? Was I brought to this world to like help the political sector, or to help the educational sector, or to help the mental sector? Whatever it is, you ensure that that is what you focus your entire being and your entire self at. It's focusing your full power of who you are to what you have a burning desire to achieve. Let's say you want to be financially free before you're 25. Okay, if you're just sitting down all day and just wishing it and just dreaming about it, and you're not actually doing something in order to bring that dream into a reality, what exactly are you doing? What exactly are you doing? While you are there daydreaming, people are combining dreaming, because dream is also part of the formula, combining dream and action together. Success is 99% mental attitude. Okay, it calls for love, it calls for joy, peace, optimism, enthusiasm, self-control, self-confidence, serenity, poise, faith, courage, cheerfulness, tolerance, honesty, humility, any mental attitude you can think of, positive mental attitude that you can think of. Okay, it's not just about work hard. It's not just about the physical attitude. If you're someone that works hard, that's great for you. But what is your mental state? What is your mentality? So that's why most people work hard for so many years, and suddenly someone who doesn't work as hard seems to like overtake them, and that's because the person has a better mental attitude than you do. Yeah. Okay, and success is not arriving at the summit of a mountain and seeing it as a final destination. Take for example, I think when I'm 25 and I am married and I have 2 kids, I don't want 4, I just want like 2 kids. I think by then I am good, I'm okay. No, what is that exactly? It is a spiral of progress. It is perpetual growth. Every minute, every hour, every day, every moment of your life, you are growing. It's not, oh no, maybe when I have that following count, then I could say that I'm successful, because I mean that's more than I could ever think I would get, and I think maybe I should just stop there. Yeah. So what are you going to do for the rest of your life? Exactly. No, it's perpetual growth. And like they said in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, it is being 1% better than you were every day. Okay, in every area of your life, okay, not just in one area, like I said in the beginning. In every area of your life, ensure that you are 1% better than you were yesterday. That is having the courage to meet failure without being defeated. This means you completely remove failure from your vocabulary. And there was this woman, I cannot remember her name, but I'm going to put her name up here and you can read about her, because her story is actually very inspiring. You know, what she did was that she completely removed failure from her vocabulary, and thus she never failed. This doesn't mean, oh, maybe they weren't challenges. They were, but she saw them simply as what they were: challenges, not failures. And sometimes we say that, oh, you cannot succeed without failing, but if you really want to remove that word failure and just say you cannot succeed without challenges and just making decisions and learning from it, that is what it is. Okay, I don't believe that there's anything as failure. If something happens to me and I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, that's a bit disappointing, immediately I'm over it. I'm looking at what I can do next, because I'm not going to stop. Okay, it's also not allowing some temporary challenge to hinder or come in between your long-term goal. For example, once again, if you say you want to be a multi-millionaire before you're 25, and you, on your way to being financially free, you come across challenges and hard times and roadblocks and whatever, you know, you could just decide to give up. Honestly, just decide to sit there in your room and be so mediocre and average and live the average life that every other person lives. That's fine. That's fine. No one cares if you decide to move on or decide to stay stuck in that hole. Oh, I failed. Oh, I'm a failure. No one cares. But then you can make the decision to actually move past that and look at the goal ahead. Okay, you have to see the end from the beginning. This is accepting the challenge of the difficult. Let's be let's be real, being successful is not easy, and like I said in the beginning, it is simple, but it is not easy. Matter of fact, most times it's difficult. And so what are you going to do? Are you going to be this kind of person that just wants things to come easy to them? And let me tell you, people that looks like as if, you know, they are the luckiest people in the world and things just happen to them like with a snap of a finger, trust me, it doesn't happen like that. They have gone through things that you did not see, that you were not there, that you are not aware of. So nobody in this life has it easy. Trust me, nobody on this entire planet has it easy. So are you gonna be part of the average that just like, I think I'm comfortable with this life I'm living? I mean, I have enough pay, enough income to survive and maybe provide for my family, and maybe might have financial disagreement or argument once in a while, but eventually we'll get over it. Or would you be part of the 1% who do not want to be average and they're just so irked by the idea of being average and mediocre? So which one are you going to pick? Take for instance, you want to learn a passive income, you want to learn how to venture into a particular passive income, and you know you're supposed to take a course, an online course, in order to know what to do and how to go around that passive income and actually make the best of it. But instead of like doing that, what you do is just, you're like, that's too difficult. I'm just gonna stick with what I know and just stay here, and I think I'm good here. You can do that if you want to. Really, you can do that if you want to. Or are you just going to accept that difficulty as a challenge to yourself, because you know that once you cross that bridge, you are going to emerge stronger, wiser, with more knowledge and education, and with the skills you need in order to get that financial freedom that you so much desire. And lastly, success is relative, it's personal, it's individual. Okay, honestly, as much as we might want to carry our friends or families with us in our success journey, we simply cannot. And if you're depending on what someone is doing in a day, for instance, you know you're supposed to wake up early in the morning, instead of you just like waking up like around 6 in the morning, you're waiting for this friend to tap you and be like, hey, wake up, it's around 6, let's go, let's do this, let's go to the gym, or let's go out for a walk. You are tying your success to that person, you are tying your achievements to that person. At the end of the day, it's either the person leaves you because the person realizes that you're holding them down, or when the person falls, you also fall, and then it becomes difficult for you to go ahead in that journey because you've gotten so used to this other person just being around you in every decision you make. So it's personal. If after you've attained success and you can finally help your family members, that's fine, but don't let them weigh you down. Do not let them weigh you down. It's a you versus you thing, not me versus my family, or me versus my friends, or me versus my classmates. No, it's a you thing, and they say it is competing against who you were yesterday and ensuring that you are better than who you were yesterday. Okay, it's not about my friend is doing this and my friend is doing that right now, and I am just like not really in that area or that level of success. No, you have to look at where you're coming from. You have to look at your progress. That is what you should do. Please do not make the mistake of comparing yourself to others, because it is not going to do you any good at all. You have to look at who you were yesterday. Okay, if yesterday you simply just scrolled on TikTok and you knew you were supposed to get up and do something and you did not do it, but today you decided to take a different approach and said, okay, let me just do, even if I'm tired, even if I'm not on the best energy level, let me just like do 30 minutes workout, or let me just read about 5 pages of that book. See, you're better than you were yesterday, and that is the most important thing, and that keeps like compiling, and at the end of the day, you're just this person you've always dreamed of being, because every day you see it as an opportunity to better yourself. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed inspiration from a book I read, How to Plan Your Life by Jim Davidson. So you guys can check that out. It is really a nice book for you to read. And yeah, so tell me if you agree with the fact that there are no secret to success, or maybe you're just gonna still stand by the notion of there is a secret to success. And tell me what you felt resonated with you the most. I'll be looking forward to reading your guys' comments, and thank you once again for watching the video up to this point, and I'll see you next time.